Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday. Let me just fix my camera real quick. Hey, you all know what time it is? It's Monday, March 24th. Again, hope everyone had a great weekend. It's conference call time again tonight, ladies and gentlemen, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yours truly will be hosting a Zoom call tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll have 100 seats, and we'll be discussing how you, the taxpayer, will benefit by submitting a tax petition to the IRS Tax Code in Washington, D.C. Again, you all know my story. If you don't, I'll tell you again. I was $18,000 owed to the IRS. Well, not the IRS, the Internal Revenue. And I didn't know how to get out of it. But I was introduced to submitting a U.S. tax petition, which is administrative procedure, which I should have known before because I've done administrative procedure on other entities like mortgages. But, you know, life gets in the way. You kind of get sidetracked. I thank God someone gave me this information. I submitted a tax petition to the U.S. Tax Code in January of 2024. And by Mother's Day weekend of the same year, I received a dismissal for $18,000, wiped off the books. And since May of 2024, I have not heard from the IRS since. So I am off the plantation. The reason why this is effective, because I use several tax codes, which you should be reading first. But before I get into that, taxes are voluntary, ladies and gentlemen. There's no law on the books stated that you have to pay taxes. I need to get that clear in your mind that taxes are voluntary. The reason why the IRS comes after you because you, your friends, family, grandparents, anybody you could think of, we all opted in. We didn't know better. How we opt in? By signing that 1040, which is a contract, a yearly contract, saying that you have to pay the federal government taxes. But if you look on it, it says it's an individual form. Secondly, you sign that W-4. If you clearly pull up a W-4 and everyone got a smartphone or on your computer, you pull it up and go to page 2 and it states in bold on the upper right hand side that the United States looks at us, you and I, as non-foreign entity aliens. So if the United States is looking at you as a non-foreign alien citizen, why are you paying taxes? If you was in China, you'll be classified the same thing as a non-foreign entity, and you would not be paying taxes there. But the United States got us all screwed up. And secondly, the United States is not what you think. The United States government is a corporation. Corporations does not have jurisdiction over live human beings, ladies and gentlemen. I need you to understand that. A corporation does not talk, walk, eat, think, go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's just a piece of paper. So how does a piece of paper have jurisdiction over you, ladies and gentlemen? Let's think about it. Secondly, United States, again, is located in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is a corporation. The 50 Union states, it's separate. I have all the tax laws. I'll give you one, which I've been giving to every one of my videos here. Is USC, United States Code 9-307, which is location of the debtor. If you read G and H, it would tell you that United States is a corporation and has no jurisdiction over you. So I asked the tax court several questions. I went back 23 years. I suggest you go back to the day you started working. when you start filling out that 1040. The IRS is a scam, ladies and gentlemen. They're one of the biggest scams. I'll tell you the biggest, and I'll continue. I just got off for a minute. The IRS is a scam. If you're paying a mortgage, the mortgage industry is a scam. The healthcare is a scam. And I can go over what the healthcare and the mortgage. That'll be a separate video. But right now, the IRS is one of the biggest scammers because they're not telling you this. It's for you to know. So I asked the IRS certain questions. I asked them, do they have jurisdiction? No. I asked them to go back. I went back 23 years. They didn't have any of my records. Some of the years that I paid taxes, they didn't have them. How do you pay taxes every year, ladies and gentlemen? And the IRS don't have your taxes, for that year. I mean, I was totally amazed. I got 187 pages back from the IRS. Two, I asked them, what else I asked the IRS? I asked them that is the IRS beneficiary to the taxpayer? Again, that question is no. I give them all the tax codes. I also asked them, hey, are you a beneficiary of Sesquicu Trust? Most of y'all should know what a Sesquicu Trust is. That's most like in the insurance industry. Insurance agents deal with Sesquicu Trust, but we all have a trust. And the government is the beneficiary, which is you should be the beneficiary, not the government. Also, so we have all the tax codes. Plus, we will show you that 1040, your 1099 for self-employed, where you got the 1099-C and E and all those are gifting forms, which I have on my .gov website. They're all gifting forms, meaning that you're gifting your paycheck to the IRS where you don't have to. This is not fiction. It's not something I made up. I wish I did. I just read the tax laws. You should too. And you will understand what I'm talking about. But we know that 80% of the people don't read and comprehend. And I'm just not saying that to be funny. It's just the way it is. People is not comprehending. So that's why we got to do it for you. Some things I don't comprehend. I'm not Einstein, close to it though. But some people, people are not comprehending this stuff, and I don't know why. You didn't have to tell me twice that once the United States is a corporation, have jurisdiction. Once I heard that, I was like, look, let's get this done. So the benefits of submitting a petition. Once the tax court, the United States Tax Court is a different entity from the IRS. They're separate entities. They tell the IRS what to do instead of vice versa. Two, if you owe taxes already, once you get that docket number, you're in litigation, you don't have to pay the IRS anymore until you get a dismissal. Three, you're going to get a fair hearing from the U.S. Tax Court. They don't have anything to gain by you not receiving a dismissal or what have you. They have nothing to gain. They're going to go through every year thoroughly. And those are some of the benefits. So, I'm at the 20-minute mark. I can keep going on and on. But tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, yours truly will be hosting a Zoom call. The link will be on all my social media outlets. Hopefully you will join me and get educated. If you don't think this is for you and you want to keep dealing with the IRS, God bless you. But they're not going to help you. And also, let me go back a little bit. Another reason why I got upset too is these people work for the IRS don't understand tax codes. How do you work with millions of people every year across the country and don't understand the tax codes? When I received my dismissal, I was with Optum Tax Relief. We're all predictable. We get that offer letter from the IRS saying you owe a gazillion dollars. You're going to be in shock. First thing you're going to do, you're going to call the IRS, try to work out a payment arrangement, which always fails. So you're going to go to these different parties, these third parties like Fresh Start and Optum Tax Relief. I used Optum Tax Relief. I like to pick on them because they charged me a lot of money to work with them, to join them, and then it was a monthly fee for their attorneys. And all they did was just regurgitate everything the IRS told me. I'm like, I was pissed. I threw money away on them, and they ain't helped me. Once I got the dismissal, I sent it to them. They were like, "What is this?" And I sent it to them. I haven't heard back. I just went ahead and canceled the service. But for ladies and gentlemen that don't think that I got it going on, I'm going to tell you how many dismissals, including mine, because, again, this is not a theory. It's not something I made up. I'm looking for my folder for tax members. I'm going to tell you how many people that I helped so far. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, right? So hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 5. I got a young lady that I just submitted, went right to the same judge. She's gonna be 6. And it's going to be 6 so far. So for a total of about 400,000, I got wiped off the books. So people are happy. People are satisfied. They understand what I'm telling them. And yeah, man, it's great. I mean, I'm just looking at another one real quick. I'm going on the tax court website and letting people know what's good. Where am I? Oh, here I'm back. I was on. Okay, I was switching back on Windows. I couldn't find myself. So hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot of information. We're gonna go over it. It starts at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I usually set it to 10 o'clock, but we don't go that long. We usually from 7 to 8:30, 9 the latest. I put it extra time just in case people have questions. A lot of people have questions, concerns, right? Rightfully so. They never heard. I guarantee you, 90%. I'm gonna say, like the Dove soap, 99 and 44 100s, that you have not heard of submitting a tax petition to the U.S. Tax Code. I can guarantee it. So it's new. We're the only ones offering it. I have not seen anyone offering that and put the correct codes in there to get this going. So don't want to be too long-winded. I just hope to hear you or see you. Oh, also too, I asked 2 things if you come on our Zoom call. Like I said, it starts at 7. I usually open the room at 1:45. I close it at 7:15. Because it's not fair for the other people in the room that come in on time, and then people coming in at 7:30, 7:45. Oh, I forgot. Blah blah blah. I'm giving people ample time to get themselves together, and then I got to go back and regurgitate everything that I just said 45 minutes ago. Nah, so we're gonna lock the room. 2, we need to see who we dealing with. People come in and don't want to put a camera on. No, we need you to unmute it, and we need to see who we talking to. Because we got people coming on here all crazy, or I'm just gonna remove you. So those are 2 rules that we have. Other than that, we'll really rock and roll. So 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm in the state of South Carolina. I'm on the East Coast. Please set your time accordingly. Hope to see you on there tonight. We do this call every Monday and Thursday nights. Same Zoom code. So you don't have to call me and guess. Everything's on social media. You can find me anywhere. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Thumbtack. I got to Google my webpage. I am everywhere. So I just want to say thank you for everyone who's given me good feedback. I thank everyone that gave me positive reviews. I couldn't, it just fused the fire to keep going. What I'm doing is it's not hard. It's legal. I'm using the same forms that the government is giving me. The tax petition you can pull that up on a PDF. You just don't know what to put in it, but it's a PDF from the tax court. Everything I'm using, the W-2, your W-4, 1099. These are all government forms, ladies and gentlemen. So when you're telling me it's a scam, I'm gonna say have a good day, because I know that you're missing something, you're missing the boat, and I'm gonna let you deal with the IRS. And when the IRS take you for everything you got, then you can come back and call me. I'm off the plantation, ladies and gentlemen. I'm off for good. The 18,000's in the rearview mirror, and I'm off the plantation. We want to get you off the plantation too. So with that being said, thank you for your time. Have a great day. Hope to see you all tonight. And God bless. Peace.